and welcome back to the Sheepium podcast. Today, recorded live during our 5-year anniversary stream here on Twitch. We have a brand new studio, same logo, wink wonk, and same chat. Yippee! Chat, you are my special guest for today, but you're not getting a microphone. You gotta scream way louder than usual to get heard. I asked you guys over the last few months to go and send me your questions for VTubing and VTubing in 2026. Any questions you have for me as a VTuber manager? For those of you that are new here, hi, my name's Little Funny Gamer Sheep. I usually stream over on Twitch Wednesday to Sunday at 2 p.m. GMT, 9 a.m. Eastern time for the Burgenlanders on the East Coast. I mainly focus on talking and yapping and more talking, horror games, RPGs, and gameplay. Yeah. So if you catch me over there, I'm over here at the moment every single day until my timer runs out. Who knows how long the subathon will keep going for? Chat going, hello, podcast listeners. Let's go. If this is your very first time here, we're already on season 3 of this podcast. After a very lengthy break, we're back, and I'll be bringing and introducing to you many one-off guests, one guest per episode, and a bunch of solo episodes on requested topics, such as interviews with my dad. Oh, my dad is coming back on the podcast, as well as answering your questions about VTubing and many more. Yippee. I asked you guys to send me in some questions if you had me as a manager for a day, or even just single questions, what you would like from me. And even though my commissions are currently open, I'm never able to accept every single applicant. So I hope that today is like a little band-aid for people that need extra help, as well as helping other people get started in VTubing. I have received a bunch of questions asking about management and training other managers. Unfortunately, it's not something I can do at the moment. And there were so many questions and I sorted them all out. So I sadly won't be answering any of those today. I don't think I'm the best teacher for other managers. I think there are agencies out there that can train better than me if you want to get some experience. Most of my experience and qualifications comes from first-hand entertainment industry experience across many different countries and fields. And somehow I ended up in VTubing where it's become really useful. I don't think there's any manager currently out there with a similar portfolio. So, wink wonk, applications are open, and the link is in the description if you're watching this on YouTube. Hey. Chat saying Sensei, my dog ate my Google form. What kind of dog you got? What kind of dog you got? The questions I'll be reading first are from the Google form. And we'll be reading them together. Don't worry, we'll swap on over to a more comfortable setup so you guys can read along if you have visuals, if you're watching this on YouTube later, or right now live on Twitch. And then we'll come back to the studio for all of our Twitter questions, which are, and I warned this in the preface to today's stream in the chatting segment, that we would get some incoherent ones. Some of these are not even sentences, so I will go and have to skip through some of them, because if I don't understand it, I cannot answer it. But thank you regardless, I really appreciate it. If you want any broader answers to questions about how to get started, first steps in VTubing, what is VTubing? What kind of VTubers are there? What's the difference between 2D and 3D? I highly recommend scrolling back in the podcast for our VTubing in 2025 episode that came out in March of last year. If you're watching this live or on release day. This one has more answers to your questions if you want a very generic overview. These are more specific to people's individual problems. I had a look at some people's socials for this, so you can get a little taster of what I normally do on my side job. And let's jump right into it. Are you ready, chat? Whew, I was nervous. So nervous. What is VTubing? Can I eat it? With a strong enough stomach? Mayhaps. Okay, chat. Let's swap on over to our regular overlay and we can have a look at all of our different questions. I think I have about 20 on this form, so let's jump right into it. Hey, this was so smooth. These normally don't happen as smoothly. We'll start right in the middle from somebody called Let's Talk About It. Hey, welcome in if you're in the chat right now. And their question is, what is more important, consistency or quality? I can probably make 3 shorts a week if I don't try to perfect the timing of the cuts and effects. If I want to make the best shorts, I can go through clips. It would probably be 1 a week, and longer than that if I would make story style shorts. Oh, this is a difficult question because it highly depends on what your target audience is and what kind of shorts and content you enjoy making. The first thing I sorted out when I went full-time that I didn't want to do anymore was editing. For the very same reason that it's just too much time and effort consumed that I could be putting elsewhere. So, unfortunately, I would say if you have the budget for it, for your lower effort stuff, keep doing it yourself, and for the higher effort stuff, hire someone if you can afford it. Don't waste your time on too many of these. If you have good audience conversion from your YouTube stream to your Twitch stream, keep going at it. Otherwise, sometimes less is more. The old meta of uploading a short every single day sadly doesn't work for everyone anymore, including me. I keep going with them because people are expecting them, but unfortunately, does not work the same anymore. It really depends on where you want to go with this and what your goals are. If you want to be known for making shorts, I would highly recommend to keep making more. Max out your schedule and keep trying different shorts for different target audiences, different genres, clips, pre-recorded stuff, and see what sticks. A good first step to find out what you enjoy most and what gives you the most feedback is to have a look at your stats, see which of these perform well, which of these don't perform that well, and if you even care about that. If you were just in it for a hobby and a fun time, you might just want to make what makes you the happiest instead. Chat is going, I don't think any of us would want to do this every single day. This is a bad time to be a daily content creator. I still upload shorts on 3 platforms. 4 platforms? 3 platforms. 4 platforms every single day. Hi. I just genuinely enjoy making them. Even if the stream is sometimes quieter, my main focus is still shorts content. So I quite like them, but I hate editing them. But I like making them and scripting them. So it really depends which part about these you enjoy the most. Okay, this one is from Anonymous. And the question is, hello, I'm wondering what is a good way of getting sponsorships and or trying to find a way to get money that isn't just through views alone. Sponsorships, partnerships, affiliateships, these are all slightly different. Things like paid reviews for games are very good too. In terms of sponsorships and partnerships difference, partnerships are things where keyboard companies, for example, will print your commercially licensed art onto a keyboard and you will get a revenue share from that, but it's your specific custom-made item. Whereas affiliateships and sponsorships usually are you get an item or you get an affiliate code and you promote it on your stream and you get paid out per sale, but none of it is really personalized, or you're working towards a personalized item like a shaker or a custom flavor or a custom coffee flavor or something like that. We have sponsors and affiliateships like this on the stream, and I think that I'm on the end of things where it's almost a little bit cluttered because I have so many, some of which I can promote on stream, some of which I can only promote on other social media. Finding a good balance and not overwhelming your audiences with these is very important. But there are 2 websites I can recommend to anyone that has just been starting out called Keymailer and Lurkit. These are game sponsor websites that give you free codes for a game in exchange for you playing them. Some of these are paid in the future, depending on your like average viewership, if you're partnered or not. But they're really worth it to build a portfolio for sponsors, because most sponsors don't want to be first-time sponsors. They want to see that you can sell stuff to your audience and that you've done it before, so they don't have to hold your hand and waste a lot of time and energy and money on you for getting these sponsorships. So these are pretty good. Ad money is okay if you have multiple YouTube channels that are monetized. Ad money on Twitch is dog sheep, unfortunately. I hope that this helps, at least in some way. There is also merchandising. If you have an audience that would like to own a piece of your character, of your show, of your stream, even if it's smaller items like stickers or posters, things that you can fulfill yourself or through third-party sites like Fourth Wall or Streamlabs or Orchid 8, these can be really, really, really helpful to get started in merchandise, just to get your name out there and see if your audience enjoys owning parts of this. Hey. Chat saying potato ship. Potato ship! I hope these were helpful. There's literally so many avenues for revenue. English is hard sometimes. There are so many avenues for revenue out there, half of which I would say sponsorship and merchandise is probably your best option at the beginning. You can also get paid for things like events and appearances. Some meet and greets, if they have specialized merch or one-off items. Like I've done a meet and greet in Florida in December last year, where they printed individual pictures, like techie style photo booth pictures with me and the attendees, and those are paid. So you're earning money back from spending time on something. But know that especially at the beginning, the offers you're getting are very, very, very low. Sometimes it's helpful to have like an agent or a manager that can look through the contracts with you and haggle for better prices. Wink wonk. Okay, next one is also by Let's Talk About It. Forgot to say thank you on my previous submission. No, thank you. Thank you for submitting it. Thank you, Lolo, for all the advice and content you put out, and I hope you see even more success in the future. This is very sweet. This is so sweet. What the heck? Wow, I appreciate this one. Thanks for saying thank you. That's the sweetest thing ever. What even? What even? Next one is also by Anonymous, and I think this is multiple, so we're gonna go step by step this time. Oh, okay. How do I make a proper jump in different content when it comes to YouTube? So I'm guessing from one channel to other types. Example, I make reaction content on a second channel I've created. Nice! I have success reacting to hololive content, usually average between 1k to 3k per video. But I want to branch out, but for the most part, it's been more miss than hit. Got any recommendations on how to approach this? Okay, so you have like a main channel where you make your highlight compilations and your shorts and stuff, and then a second channel that's reactions. Unfortunately, sometimes the carryover is just dog sheep. Sometimes they aren't there for you, and it's very easy to find out if you have zero audience conversion between the channels. I would recommend advertising your main channel alongside this channel, like at the end of each video, at the beginning of each video. Maybe make a little mid-roll part to your reactions where you talk about you have another channel, so if people want to, join this one, you can bring audience over that way. It is incredibly difficult because YouTube only really pushes one type of content per channel. So getting people to watch every single type of your content, they really have to be in it for you. If it is just hololive you're reacting to, I would highly recommend mixing in some other people to see if they're staying, and if you can get audience conversion from other interest groups too. Because it might just be that you're only getting hololive fans watching the videos, and they might not be there for the commentary. But you can definitely try out more different reaction style content on your secondary channel and see what it translates to. I would love to try a test on my own if you can recommend me any way to approach this. Oh, I hope this helped! I hope this helped! BS, you're super cool. Thanks for always giving people the chance to learn and improve their content. This is so sweet. Yeah, unfortunately, this is the reason why many VTubers, or just many content creators in general, have different channels. Like how we have the clip channel, the main channel for music and react stuff, how we have the shorts channel, the VOD channel, the podcast channel, because YouTube only really likes to push one per category, so sneaking your main content in there sadly also won't work. The only real thing you can do is advertise it where you can throughout those videos. Next one is from SCMR TV. Scrim. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna pronounce that. How beneficial is an editor slash 3D artist, etc.? Basically, someone who works closely with other creators but isn't the main focus of the channel. So have a manager of their own. Ah, okay, so you're an editor and you're wondering if a manager would help. I'm curious if that might be a good idea for me to invest in to keep me on track with what I need to get done for many different clients. A manager, I would actually recommend a personal assistant, which is something I don't do. I don't normally write tweets for people. That's what an assistant or a social media manager does. I manage for getting people into events, getting people sponsorships and stuff like that. I think people like me could do it, but definitely ask them if they offer stuff like that. The main thing is, do you want somebody to keep you on track with your work, or do you want somebody to help you make marketing choices for your channel or for your revenue? Because obviously, if you have a VGen account that's not verified, VGen isn't gonna push that out. If you're just tweeting about it, the algorithm will probably eat it. It's very, 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 very difficult to just market it on your own and then keep stuff on track. I would highly recommend maybe making a server with your clients and making a Trello and keeping an eye on it that way. And if it gets too difficult, having somebody help you work over your schedule. That can be done by managers and by other people too that offer similar services, just by having a look at how you normally structure your commissions. But I don't know if a lot of talent managers, which is what I do, normally would do this kind of thing. But I do highly recommend looking into it, even if it's just for a consultation. Now, I can't ring my gong right now, but for those watching this live on stream, we just got 10 gifted. Thank you, Lion, for the 10 gifted. I really appreciate it. Yippee. Got stonk dollar. Up that timer. This is difficult. I sometimes work with startup companies. This is either VTuber agencies or VTuber tech agencies to help them with their marketing and their schedule, so I can definitely do it. But I wouldn't recommend a monthly management package for this. I think like a 1-hour meeting with me would be enough. If I can sell myself directly to Scrum TV. If you're watching this live or listening to it, I hope that helps. This is incredibly difficult because a lot of VTubers will stream their experiences like this and they're like, but I also need help with all of these surrounding areas, which is really what outside help is for. Next question is from RY, Sing Legend. Oh, Rising Legends! Hey! How can a small VTuber grow on platforms like YouTube and X/Twitter when the algorithm seems to not push smaller creators? It seems like even after verifying my account on X/Twitter, it's not helping with my chances of growth, and even with me posting on the platform daily, it's still not helping. This is one of the people whose account I did a review on. I went over to your Twitter/X account. I haven't seen your YouTube yet, unfortunately. This is what I normally do for clients when they apply. I go through the application form. I go through their socials preliminarily to see if there's anything that I won't hire for. A lot of my applications get rejected because they have like ongoing drama or opinions that don't align with mine. Sorry, RIP. I have the right to reserve my slots for people I know I want to work with. And sometimes people just don't pass the first check. I have a look at the amount of effort put in. So usually if people are posting daily, they're trying different strategies, they're very interested, or they're just starting out, but they're still trying to at least promote their channel. These are like my strongest points for people. I want to take them in for. If I can see the passion is there and that they're willing to work on it, that's what I look for the most out of any of the different segments in the application. Sure, I care about what you have tried so far, what your end goals are, but I also care about if you're passionate about this. I sometimes get applicants that really don't care about streaming, that just want to do it because, and it's very, very hard to get through to them and give them motivation, because motivation doesn't come from me. I can give you discipline, I can give you a plan, but motivation comes from you. If there's none of it there, I can't help. Rising has posted a bunch of stuff. I think they're leaving for Blue Sky, question mark? Because the last post I saw was deleting this account. I'm trying to keep this as neutral as possible because it's just an advice stream/podcast today. But please, if you're making a social media account about your VTuber branding, it has to be about your VTuber branding. You have to post about you, your schedule, the games, the things you're interested in, but not only one interest. Sometimes I see client accounts that are very specifically playing one game one gacha game, one game that they're very interested in. There's no content created around it. It's all retweets or reposts from the official accounts. And if people want to read about the official stuff coming out for their favorite game, they will go to the official sources. They will not come to you for this. They will come to you if you have specific commentary on it, if you have advice for it, if you have tips for it, if you have content created alongside it, if you have build guides for the characters. For example, I play Star Rail. I watch a lot of people that make build guides for individual characters that are releasing what to pre-farm. These things are way more important if you care about the when and how and why around your game. If you just care about playing it, and audience interaction, that's not necessary. You can commentate on it. You can say, really looking forward to playing this. You can share your clips from it. But make sure that you target what you want to create and what your end goal is around this. If you want to be a content creator for this specific company, go make a build guide. Go make a review on this. Because that's what they're looking for their sponsored programs. I hope I didn't overwhelm anyone in chat with this, but unfortunately, this is how I got into the Hoyo creator program too, is because I was making so many dumb Hoyo-based shorts. I'm playing the game so much that they were like, okay, this one specifically, we'll pick you because you have like, what, 200 hours in this game? Over the last few months? And you're making outside content? That's what these sponsors are looking for. Chat, if you guys want to get in with the Arknight Enfields that has just come out. Content about it. You're so early. Your opportunities are endless once they release their creator program. You got this. You got this. Work on the things. If you have like a specific goal, if you want to be the advice guy, if you want to be the review guy, if you want to be sponsored by a certain company, focus onto that track. It doesn't have to be everything you're creating, but make sure you take your personal spin on it, because unfortunately, and I saw this too the first few times I posted stuff on Twitter, if I talk about GeoGuessr, no one's gonna give a sheep. GeoGuessr was old, nobody cared about it, there were better speedrunners in it, and then when I started making fun of it and of myself and having funny clips for it, as opposed to just tutorial content, that really took off. I'm not even a GeoGuessr creator anymore. But have some good examples for these. Oh, Phoenix going. Sorry. Comment in chat. That's good to know, as I'm hoping to become a VTuber only because I'm too ugly to be a flashy streamer. You're not too ugly to be a flash streamer. I hate the stereotype that VTubers are ugly behind their avatars. You guys are all beautiful. You don't need that in your head. You're beautiful with and without. If I turn on my camera today, I look stupid because I have rollers in, but that does not make me ugly because I'm a VTuber. None of that. None of that. You're beautiful. You deserve respect and self-care, and you deserve an audience either way. Become a VTuber because you want to be a VTuber. There we go. Also from Rising Legends. Oh, is this the same one still? Oh, this is the same one. I didn't click next, didn't I? Next one is from Meeple. Yes. Oh, long time no see. Holy besiebers. What is a weekly/monthly schedule of a full-time VTuber, gamer, variety streamer? Sorry if the question is a bit imprecise. You can send me answers in DMs if you want. I saw the post about people using you for tips for cloud. I'm sorry that happened to you. Happens always, all the time, every day. I wake up to DMs that are like, can you do this thing for me but for free? And I help where I can, but unfortunately, I can't. I don't have endless time in the day. I don't even have time to go play the games I want to play. Weekly/monthly schedule for a full-time VTuber. Depends on your goal, as with everything that I've answered today. If your goal is Twitch partner, for example, aim for 4 to 5 streams per week. Spend the other 2 days either off or scripting and working on other content. And have an upload onto your YouTube channel for at least once a week. In a long form is the most common schedule I recommend because I've seen the most success with it. But as always, not every cookie cutter this might work for you will work for everyone, depending on if they have work or school or anything like that. One of the first things I ask everyone that joins in or applies to my program is, do you have anything outside of VTubing that you committed to? A lot of people come to me because they've either just lost their job, or they're finishing with college, or they're taking a gap year and they really want to focus on making VTubing their paid outlet. earning as much as possible, or reaching partner very fast, or showing their parents that this can be a job opportunity, which in this economy, honestly, go for it. Please go for it, because job market's looking really, really dog sheep right now. I would recommend giving it a chance if you're in a position to, but I don't ever want to give somebody a schedule they cannot work with because they have like 2 other jobs or college finals and a job. This schedule will not work for somebody that has classes 5 days out of the week. This is similar to, sometimes people ask me for the perfect stream time. There is no perfect stream time. If you Google for it, if you look at statistic sites, you will get, yeah, this is when most people are on Twitch. But why are they on Twitch? I could go and stream for 6 p.m. Eastern time every single day. I would lose my current audience because you guys aren't awake, you aren't online during that time. I'd be tired as heck. I've had a manager in the past that told me, go stream at 10 p.m. your time. I was tired as frick. My stream was 2 hours long, and I dropped from partner numbers to 20 average because I couldn't keep an audience there. None of my regulars were there. I didn't have the energy to which was convoluted with thousands of people going to different channels. They didn't want to give some time to somebody with 20 average viewers in their chat at the time. Focus on what time is the most comfortable for you that you can show up for every single day without interfering with your regular life. That's your perfect stream time. Not anything any statistic tells you, not anything somebody else tells you based on a statistic. It's what makes you comfortable. The audience will come either way because there's always people on Twitch. There's not a single hour that Twitch has a break where there's nobody able to come on here. I hope this answered your question. Unfortunately, it's not as easy as a one-size-fits-all. But if your goal is partner, as an example, 4 to 5 days, make sure that your streams are longer. Sometimes I see the mistake, especially if you're a VTuber on Twitch, that people stream for like half an hour. Half an hour isn't even enough time for the algorithm to push you to anyone, let alone for people to see you. So make sure you have enough time that you get seen. While we're on that as well, please also don't do what I did at the start and just do 12-hour streams, 8 to 12 hours every single day. Also counterproductive. Not good for you. Not good for you at all. I see that hydrate regime. I'm gonna follow. I've been yapping for 6ix9ine for 20 years. Next one is from Kira Crow. Do you have any advice for people that are stuck and unsure of what to create / post? No reason. I wanna see. Sorry, chat. We're taking a detour to Twitter, which I don't think I can even call Twitter anymore because it doesn't go there anymore. They finally stopped using the Twitter URL. Let's see. Holy shit, Kira, your model is beautiful, by the way. Your model is beautiful. Things to like create / post. What's your target audience? What kind of people do you want in your stream? What's your end goal? Always, always, always. Think about what's the next step. If you can't think about right now, think about the next step. Where do you want to be? What do you enjoy? It's way more important. Also, all of your memes posted are excellent. If you mean posting to Twitter /X, memes are good. Clips without a lot of content, without a lot of context that's understandable even if people don't know who you are or what your content is are really good. Things that provoke responses or saves, so tutorial content, question content, is really good for a push in the algorithm. But I can't give you generic advice because I don't know in what direction you're heading, unfortunately. Who owns Twitter.com now? No clue. No clue. I think it's the same guy, you just can't... It's just not usable anymore as a URL. Next one is from Kuromiya. What a cute name, what the heck? As a starting streamer / VTuber, what did you do to communicate when no one is watching the stream? Chat, have you guys seen my old VODs? Does chat remember Pink Lulu? Does chat remember Pink Lulu? The first design that I made myself? Because in my mind, talking to myself feels weird. I just want to engage more and have people to look at my stream to make friends. And every time I try to have people talking to me on Discord, none of my friends want to be in a call with me while I'm playing a game. So again, I'm back to square one of feeling weird talking to myself when I'm looking at chat and I see no one's watching or talking. Step one, nobody cares. No, this sounds very, very harsh, but nobody cares if you're reading the chat or not. You have to go and start perfecting the art of talking to yourself. Treat it like a radio show, or you were doing a commentary. Or have you ever seen like a commentary channel where they will pause the video? Me, number one guilty. Pause the video and talk about a personal life experience. Bring a little post-it note or a little document if you have a spare screen or corner with the topics you're gonna talk about. Don't spoil them, don't rush them, go on as many detours as possible, ask questions to the chat, and answer them yourself. I could do this entire segment without looking at chat once, because I can talk to myself for hours. Being more comfortable with yourself will make this easier, and it will take time. I didn't reach a point like this for 2 years. I was nervous for like 2 years of starting the stream and starting in just chatting. And if you guys remember, I started badly. I had bad audio quality. It was very hard for me to hold a conversation. I got distracted easily. I'm not good at multitasking either. When we watch a video, I have to pause. When we play a game, I have to pause and read chat. Which isn't the norm for streamers, but I just can't multitask. My brain can't handle it. So taking things step by step and going slower sometimes can actually help you fill in the silence better. If you bring preset topics, and chat will notice this, we have topics on stream that are like food, recent anime, game recommendations that I can default to anytime and still have a good conversation about. Everybody has at least 3 topics they can non-stop yap about. These are mine. And you can find yours too. I used to have a long Excel sheet where I would put all of them in a spinny wheel, and then I would spin them before stream to generate me more ideas so it wouldn't get stale. I would pre-script some of my jokes and make sure I would put either a keyword to lead to the joke, to segue into actual gameplay. Even though I didn't know what the games were about we were playing, I wanted to make sure I challenge myself and talk about or bring up a topic with a segue over and over again. And now it's very natural. You guys know me. I will segue 24/7. Kana, thank you for the gift. Being a little redacted is an advantage. Actually, it tells you. If you can talk to yourself, you can talk to an audience. But how do you guys think radio hosts do this? They don't have a script. They have specific things they have to mention. They have sponsors. They have things to segue into. But everything else they have to come up with themselves. This is why you will always see streamers, not just VTuber streamers in general, that have entertainment industry experience in their history do a lot better in these segments from the start because they're so used to it. Even if you're nervous, even if you feel awkward about yourself, this all got better when I started using audio monitoring. If you have the equipment for it and you have audio monitoring, hearing your own voice back at yourself and what it's gonna sound like and then answering your own questions does something with your brain where it just becomes more fluent and more easy. Whenever I have to do this IRL and I don't have audio feedback, it doesn't feel quite the same. But I would highly recommend making a list of your topics and answering your questions yourself. You talk about in your question about your friends to join in on a call whenever you play a game. Unless it's a multiplayer game and it requires it, I would advise against it. Here's why. Chat comes in, even if it's a single person and they're the first person to talk to you, they feel very special. You go on a Twitch stream to get a response from the streamer. You go on a Twitch stream to go and have a conversation with them, to go and like foster some kind of relationship with them. Come back every day, become their regular. If you're very dedicated. Very few people go into a stream just because of the game. Maybe they join initially for the game, but they will stay for the streamer. They will stay for the streamer. And you need to make sure that your audience is first in these. This is why people that do non-stop collabs only fall flat as soon as the collab group falls apart. This is why it's important to not just do collab streams for networking purposes, because they bring you very, very little audience in the end. Because you don't get time to interact with them. Chat knows how lonely and sad it gets when I do collabs and I can't read chat because I don't have a mute button set up. The vibe is completely different, and this is why I do very, very little collab streams, very, very little networking. And our community is still one of the most comfortable, least toxic most engaged I have ever seen within VTubing because we talk to each other every day. We're like guys, we're like friends hanging out. It makes it a lot easier if there's nobody else in the call, and it will make it easier for you to learn, to listen to your own voice, to listen to your community, and to foster community if not all of them are immediately excluding the audience. I hope this is an okay advice to give. You don't need to rely on other people. You got this. Kuromiya, you got this. You're strong on your own. Believe in yourself. And bring those topics to stream with you. Okay, our next one. This is a long rant, sorry chat. It was a very, very long rant. Next one is from Anonymous. What is your opinion on VTubers who were cancelled? Oh, this is controversial. Who were cancelled and are trying to come back, as in they're trying to make amends, doing better after taking a break, or are scared from being outed by doxers who want to give out legal information such as name, address, IRL, job. Number one, never give out your name, address, IRL, job anywhere. I've seen this in applications for conventions recently, and I hope everyone enjoys Candice Richards. Candice in their application, because none of that is happening. Not because I have to be scared of anything, but because nobody will need this legal information from you unless you're auditioning for an agency. Unless there is a very good reason, do not give out your IRL info. There is no point in this. Back to your initial question of what is your opinion on? I don't care. None of this matters to me. This is the same for me as voice actors, as anything else. I don't care who you are outside of VTubing. You are playing a character, and that's where it stops for me. It's none of my business. Absolutely none of my business. I'm not a drama channel, I'm not a drama commentator, and I don't care. That's none of my business. More people need to learn to mind their own business. Next one's from Anonymous too, and we're going on a scam train. If you're watching this on Twitch, hop on the scam train. I love cash stunk money dollar. Next one is from Anonymous, and the question is, the brand that I love and want to get a sponsorship from is based locally, while I have an audience that is on the other side of the earth. No! Should I try to apply for their sponsorship and somehow, I don't know how, try to frame it super nicely? Sorry, I have no background in marketing / business / social media workings, and I'm struggling hard to reach out for sponsorships. Make your media kit. Apply anyway. You can tell them or don't tell them, the decision is really up to you, but if they ship worldwide, they'll ship worldwide to your audience. If you fulfill all of their requirements, just do it. Just do it. It's the brand that you love. You can promote it. If your audience already knows you and loves you, they will go and pay for the shipping cost. I don't think it makes a huge difference. Most places now ship internationally. Keep an eye on tariffs and import costs and stuff like that, and make sure to tell your audience that. But at the end of the day, if they're accepting you with your statistics after they've looked at them, go for it. Follow your dreams. Again, go follow your dreams. All of my merch and all of my sponsors ship from the US. I'm also on the other side of the world. It doesn't matter. Shipping exists. There are container ships everywhere. You will be okay. This being said, personal anecdote, I was trying to get a sponsorship in the past with a company that I really liked and was using. And unfortunately, they really didn't want me because my audience was too high a percentage of women. And their marketing target was at least 60% male. You guys can guess. I won't tell you on the podcast because I don't want any bad blood with them. Who knows if it might change in the future. But there were too many women in my audience, and they were like, we don't have a lot of women buying our product. This was not a gendered product at all. This was a software. And I was like, alrighty. Guess I can't have that. Which brings me to another topic today. Thank you to the sponsors of the Sheepium podcast and Kuromiya Lotion, that's me. Big thanks to Turtle Beach for partnering with me. For those of you that want to get 10% off their Turtle Beach peripherals orders, this is all keyboards and accessories, mice, keyboards, mice, game pads, and more. Use code Kuromiya for 10% off. And if you guys want to, you can also get 10% off your gamer subs with code HOLYSHEEP. Stay 10% more awake with me. If you guys want a flavor recommendation, go try Copium. Thank you, sponsors. That's right, chat. You guys didn't think I was gonna be able to sneak a sponsor in here, and yet here we are. Every single time. Sponsor. Okay, next one. We're almost through, chat. Keep holding on. You got this. I believe in you. We've really been speedrunning them so far. Next one is from Anonymous, and the question is, what would you suggest to VTubers that are minors? What to avoid /do/not do? Like, I genuinely want more VTuber friends and business opportunities, and I'm going to conventions and so much more, but I feel so left out of this community because people ignore me because I am not 18. Okay, quick disclaimer, because my stream is for all ages. I censor everything, including my swears, during every single segment we do on the stream that isn't marked as 18 plus because of a game. We play a lot of violent games, we play a lot of shooters, we play a lot of horror games that have their own markings. And the website always takes care of making sure that nobody is on stream when we make it to anything that could be dangerous to minors. This is why our Discord server is so moderated. This is why I don't use like 18 plus in a label anywhere, because this is literally for everyone. However, I do understand people that put like minors don't interact in their bio and things like that, especially if they're creating content that's not safe for minors. It's there for a reason. It's there to keep them safe, to keep the community safe. And I don't think there's anything bad about it. I don't think there's a one-size-fits-all. But the reason people are likely not to interact is because it's just not time yet. A lot of people are scared. They set up their personal boundaries because they don't want to lose what they have built. And I hope that there is no bad blood between like people that are 18 plus and you. This space will be for you 100% when you're old enough. But unfortunately, that is the state of the community. A lot of VTubers do create 18 plus content and they want to keep themselves and their audience safe. I've never had a minor client before because I can only take on people that are 100% able to pay for my services as a manager. And that requires a PayPal or a credit card, and you need to be 18 for those. So I don't normally work with minors for my management services for this very reason. I think there are enough spaces for VTubers that are safe, and I hope you find them. But unfortunately, sometimes these spaces are just not meant to be there for you yet. And I hope that you can find new friends and people to interact with. And also live your life a little bit. If you're getting into content creation to go and make a living, as somebody who's coming from an entertainment industry from when they were a minor, enjoy your life. Live your life. Live your life and do what's fun to you, especially off stream and off the internet. This time is so important. And I don't know how old you are, if you're like 16, 17, and you're gonna be old enough to do things like monetization on platforms and stuff like that soon. But make sure you live your life too. This time is so important for everyone. Don't waste it. Don't waste it by people being rude to you on the internet. Little was turtly enough for the turtle club. Is this about the sponsor bit? I swear. And I wish I had better advice for this. I really wish I had better advice for this. It just really sucks to be stuck in a situation like that. But know that it is most likely not about you, just about their community and their safety. Next one, here we go. I also want to say, like, the way I grew up, my parents didn't care about age restricting stuff. I played a lot of like 18 plus games, and while I didn't while this didn't like damage me, me going to other people and talking about Silent Hill lore when I wasn't 18 yet probably didn't leave a good impression either. So sometimes these rules are there for a reason. Next one is from Spectre Zero. I love Spectre's content so much. Please go and check out Spectre. Please, chat, please. And the question is, with stunted growth, how do I assess what my trouble areas are? Look at all your socials, look at all your statistics, and see what you struggle with getting the void out most. For example, what is your end goal again to this one as well? If your main issue is your Twitch growth, go into your statistics, go under a little tab called Discovery, and have a look which part of which social media your audience is coming from. Do you have a lot of people coming over from Twitter? You probably don't need to improve your Twitter that much because you have audience carryover. Do you have very little people coming over from YouTube? Is there a way you can put your channel in like an end card on a short, or advertise that you have a Twitch stream in your YouTube long form videos, so you can convert viewers of your regular content to your live content too. Sometimes it just doesn't work because we got time zones. God, do I wish we could get rid of time zones. And all around the world, people are awake at different times and they're consuming different content based on their needs. So sometimes TikTok viewers, YouTube viewers don't translate to stream because of what this is. It is silly to go and focus on every single social media without a concrete goal. So if your goal is like Twitch partner or making a certain average CCV or earning money, focus on that and redirect people to your paid platforms or to your stream platform, depending on which one you want to focus on. And don't sweat the small stuff. Don't sweat about Instagram, it's not going well. Don't sweat about TikTok if most of your games you're playing are 18 plus, because they're not your target audience. TikTok users are mainly minors, so there is no point in advertising over there if you're playing, because I know Spectre plays a lot of like Cyberpunk and shooters as well. There's no point advertising there. Advertise where the older people are. Okay, question. Anonymous. And the question is, for context, I'm a very small VTuber, but have been doing content creation for years over various identities. I'm wondering when you think it's the right time in my VTuber journey to think about getting a manager, especially since money is tight. I feel like having a manager early on could help, but I'm not sure if it's a smart financial move since most VTubers don't start making money right away. From your experience, when would you suggest looking for management if budget is a concern? Only buy what you can afford. Don't go and apply to people's services. Don't go and put out a call for a management if you don't have a budget in mind you can reach. Let people know if you're in it for only one meeting, only 1 month, and stuff like that, so that they know what to prepare for you. When people apply to my services, I have one little question in my form that's like, how long do you think you want to be here, and what is your end goal? I keep saying this, but I'm mainly using this to gauge what I can give you at what pace. To either teach you stuff so you can do it yourself if you're only in it for 1 month because you can't afford multiple, or if I can spoon feed you everything step by step and it'll come together by the end of everything. I'm always very transparent for what homework I give people, why I'm giving it to them in this order, why I'm asking for this by this and this deadline, so we can work towards your main goal. I don't see anything in the question that's yet about like planning on a debut or a specific event or an end goal. So I'm guessing it's just to bring up average viewership and to market in general. A lot of managers and consultants have 1 hour appointments. Go to one of those because they are a lot cheaper than signing up for a monthly with someone who is even like running your channel for you or writing your tweets for you or making schedules for you like I do. Because it's so much more important that you can afford it long term. A lot of people wait until they have some form of income, but for some people it is very hard to even make it there. Any time is possible for you to go and apply to these and start them. There's never anything wrong with canceling something, with stepping away if you can't afford it anymore, but make sure that it's comfortable for you financially first. Because first and foremost, you don't want to be stuck in a situation where you're just losing money on content creation, whether it's a manager or buying costly models. At the end of the day, until you hit like full-time creator status, aka making enough money to support this and yourself, it's a scary, scary investment, and you should take care of yourself first. I wouldn't even say wait, Tess. Tess said wait until Twitch can pay itself to afford a monthly service. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't. I have clients that haven't reached affiliate in a very long time, and they come to me specifically for monetization. And there are actually a lot of things you can do as a creator without even being affiliated on Twitch to earn money. So look into what's possible for you. Set aside some money if you want to, but at the end of the day, the decision is up to you. Just be careful with who you hire. Be very careful out there. Okay, here we go. By Gilsky Fox. What a cool name. How should a VTuber who also wants to build a brand as a professional digital artist build a cohesive brand as a VTuber and artist, but not necessarily art-themed as a VTuber concept? So I'm guessing you don't want to be the Picasso-themed VTuber who also does art. That's how I'm interpreting this one. Who's the VTuber who also wants to build a brand as a professional digital artist, build a cohesive brand as a VTuber and artist? If you already have a page where you showcase your art, definitely on your VTuber page, showcase your art, your VTuber stuff, and you can put it in the same channel. Some people have 2 separate channels for this. A good example for this one is my VTuber mama, Gumai, who also streams every single model commission and every single commission that she does. It is not so much about the generic VTuber content. Look at what other VTuber artists are doing in terms of how they split their schedule. Most of them will do like a half a stream art or half a stream art and chatting, half a stream art and half a stream game. So you can convert people that are into your art into your game stream and vice versa. See which one of these is more popular for your audience, and then swap between the 2 categories in a way that lets you keep your audience retention individually for these. There will be people coming in just for your art, there will be people coming in just for your commentary, and there will be people coming in just for the gameplay. So make sure you keep these regular. For example, like an art stream on 2 days a week, a game stream on 2 days a week. I see this strategy a lot with people that do ASMR because the categories are so different and the interest groups are so different between ASMR and gaming that sometimes you see a huge drop-off between the ASMR stream and then the swap to the gaming stream on another day, that if you double them into the same stream, you can keep people for longer. For the cohesive branding, anything, I think that a lot of people see the word brand and they're like, what does it mean? I need good coherent branding. What a lot of people don't know is that your branding is your logo, your color scheme, your theme, and then that's pretty much it. My branding is Purple Gamer Sheep, Funny Gamer Sheep, Sheep VTuber, Maid VTuber. These are branding concepts, not digital artist VTuber, because there's tons of these. Make something unique and bring art into it without having to go and become like an art-themed VTuber. As in, I'm a canvas anthropomorphized VTuber. I hope that helps. Start saying, the old bait and switch. Chat knows this best from me yapping and watching videos and then swapping straight into horror games. Wink wonk. Chat knows this one very well. Okay, we're almost through with these questions, and I think before I swap over to the Twitter, I'm gonna ask chat for theirs. So if you have any questions, let's do this bait and switch on Twitch right now. If you guys have any questions, get them ready. Okay, next one from Anonymous. How to make a good bio. Put VTuber in there if you're a VTuber. Get rid of your tags if you don't need them. No quadrigazillion hashtags in there, no 9 million ads in there. They will throttle your reach on the platform. Put a link to your main social media, not some stupid AF card link or Beacons AI link. Put your fucking Twitch link in there. Please stop putting 9 million vote blocks in your own way. I hate seeing these so much. People come to me and they're like, nobody's converting from my Twitter to my Twitch stream. It's because you don't have a link to your Twitch stream in there. If I have to go to your Beacons AI, click on Twitch, get a little pop-up window of your stream that says you're not live, click on that, copy paste that URL into another browser. How many steps do you think people want to take to get to your stream? No more of this. Stop. No more of this. In social media marketing, you learn that there's about 45 to 50% of your audience drop off with every single link they have to click. More than one link click means no people following. There's nobody making it through. Stop using these. You can have them in your bio in a separate part. You can have them in a pinned link tweet, anything like that. But stop. Please stop putting a card link in there. If all you do is have Twitch streams, no more of this. No more. Getting the fly swatter. Main link in bio only. This goes for TikTok, this goes for Twitch, this goes for Instagram. You know what you can do even better if this is for like a TikTok or an Instagram? Put your stream days and times in there so people can catch you. They know exactly when you're at that link so they can say hi. Stop the confusing links. It's confusing me and it's confusing everyone else. This is from Abra. What considerations should I make when choosing the best time to go live? Hey, we already answered this one. Let's go. Do you remember, chat? Do you guys remember? Does my chat remember? This is an interactive stream now. Do you guys remember? Just like it's when you feel comfortable about it. The thing that best fits your schedule. What fits the best into your schedule should be your stream time. Full stop. No ideal audience time. No, I'm alive for this time zone specifically. No aiming at different country. Frick that. When you're the most comfortable, when you're at your 100%, that's your stream time. I stream at freaking 9 a.m. for my Burgerlanders. Midnight Singapore. Still somehow Burgerland's my largest audience. I just grab the people that are awake and watching me for breakfast. That's it. Pop quiz. I just spawned it. No chat, don't worry about it. Your most comfortable time is your ideal going live time. Stop ruining your life over streaming. It's not worth it. Twitch username blank again. No, another anonymous one. What would be the best VTuber rigging software for a beginner to use? If you're looking for 2D, Live 2D Cubism is, I think, the only one that lets you export for every format. So I'm gonna say Live 2D Cubism. I'm not a rigger, so I can't tell. If there are any Live 2D riggers in my chat, please do tell me if there's something easier. There is a free version, like free trial for several days. I think it was 7 to 14 days last time I tried to use it. It's not for me. If you mean for 2D rigging. If you mean, and I get this question a lot, where did you buy your VTuber? Which program did you use to make your VTuber? I didn't. I do none of that. I can draw, but I can't draw anime women. I draw muscly men every day. I cannot rig or draw to the level that a VTuber model is made in. These are commissions. There are very easy ways to get a 3D VTuber, and you can buy pre-made 2D VTubers where you can adjust to certain parameters. They've become really popular since the last time we made a video/podcast on this. There are pre-made ones by almost every single major VTuber artist that I've seen. Over on VGen and on Twitter, you can literally Google for pre-made VTuber model. Don't buy them on Etsy. There's a lot of AI BS going on over there at the moment. And they're not policing it whatsoever. Go onto VGen and go onto verified sites or buy it from somebody's like Ko-Fi directly. Make sure that it's the original artist you're getting it from. But that's the easiest way at the moment for 2D. And for 3D is still Vroid Studio over on Steam. Completely free. You can make your own 3D VTuber. You can use your webcam, which is low effort if you don't have an iPhone, to help you with better tracking. It's literally free. 3D VTubers were cheap/free when I first started, but Vroid Studio was not this advanced. Vroid Studio now looks like if you're making a Sims creation software. It used to look a lot more like Blender. So Windtails is popular. Misu Murasaki has a really good one. There are a bunch of these. They're really, really good. The pre-made ones are beautiful. Suika's 3D model. Suika's 2D adjustable model is also really good. There's nothing wrong with having a pre-made model, especially at the steep prices that exist. And I know there's a lot of controversy about pre-made models at the moment. People that are buying pre-made models are buying them because they cannot afford a custom commission. Nobody is stealing anyone's commissions with these. People just don't have that kind of cash. They will have like $100, $200 to get started. But as previous people were asking, like, when do I hire a manager? When does this make profit? Sometimes it never does. Sometimes people are getting into it for a hobby or because they just want to try stuff out. Me too. I got into VTubing because I wanted to try it so badly. And then coincidentally, it replaced my 2 jobs. Not everyone's that lucky. But for those of you getting into it as a hobby or just to test stuff out, pre-made model is perfectly fine. I guarantee you, most people won't even know what a pre-made model is. So I hope this answered your question. This was a very, very long answer. But yeah, Live 2D Cubism is the only one that I know of. I don't understand why custom commissions are so expensive. Before we get to the question, have you guys seen my model mama drawn outfit? It's like a 100-ish hour for a single outfit. It's a specialized skill you go to college for. Apologies. It's a specialized skill you go to college for. You should be getting paid at least $15 to $20 per hour. That's why they're so expensive. It's a lot of time, a lot of effort, special skills. It wears on your health a lot if you sit there and like draw a single line 9 million times, 9 million adjustments and commission stuff. Every single line and every single layer in the VTuber model. I don't know if you've ever seen the like flat layouts. Some people share them for like customizable models and stuff as well. Every leg, every toe, every hair strand, everything that's a different color, everything that has to move differently. For my model, even individual eyelashes are separated. For a VTuber model to cost $1,000, it's because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for every single layer. And it's just as much work for the rigger to go and organize every single part, lay them out like that, and put them into the software. Animate every single layer. It's so many hours of work. I understand why they are pricey. 100%. Especially if you have something special. Like I have a lot of braids and chains and jiggly parts. Understandable that they cost so much money. And I think artists should always get paid a fair amount. Serious. Oh my god, this is the perfect username. Me going the perfect username doesn't exist. A serious VTuber asks, like sea, like the ocean. Rios, like Oreo. This is beautiful. I love this username. Can we get a shout out to Serious VT in chat? Perfect username. Okay, I'm a small streamer on YouTube. Oh, sorry, on Twitch and YouTube, and I do variety gaming. Also, I do not have an energetic profile. In fact, I do not like to talk to a wall. I do interact with chatter when there's one there. I can also be socially awkward sometimes. And as an ESL streamer, English second language, I'm guessing, not English sign language. If it's English sign language, please correct me. I'm also ESL streamer. Let's go. It does take a lot of energy to game and talk at the same time. Is it required to be very talkative in streaming, or is there another way? I often get raids from friends that are mute streamers. They don't talk on their stream at all. So there's definitely a market for that. No matter what. As an ESL streamer with a heavy accent, I tell you now that it gets overwhelming, but you get used to it. The more English you speak, the easier it gets. But do consider, and this goes for every single advice I've given today, for every single streamer out there, for everyone in chat that's thinking about VTubing, any product you make, be it music, be it a live stream, be it like a short, a funny meme post, you don't always have to think about the end goal, but you have to think about, is this entertaining? Would I like this? If you make content that you hate, content that you don't vibe with, things where you have to fake being another person, it gets old and it gets draining, and this is why people quit. Whenever I make something, my number one target audience, my number one fan, my number one personality I'm trying to attract is me and people like me. And that's why I mesh so well with my audience, and that's why we're always having a good time in here. We very barely get people in here where I'm like, ooh, how did you find me, and why do I feel terrible about it? Because my regulars, my chatters, my mods, everyone's having a good time because we have the same interests. We vibe with the same memes. We have the same ideals, the same morals. We laugh at the same stupid memes. We think the same stupid games are funny and entertaining. That's what you should be making. Would you enjoy a stream where you come in, you have 2 or 3 sentences spoken, and then that's it? Or would you enjoy a stream where you come in and you keep getting engaged in the conversation? This doesn't mean that every single time you have a single new chatter coming in, you have to give them 100%. If you're not feeling your best, don't push yourself. If they make you uncomfortable, don't push yourself. Just provide the entertainment value that you personally would enjoy, and I can promise you, you'll see improvement. Not just serious, best username by the way, but also me, but also everyone in the chat. If you are not enjoying what you're doing, if you wouldn't watch it, why are you making it? Make the things you want to see. This goes for anything, by the way, for writers, for musicians, for singers, anything. If you're not enjoying it, who will? The memes. Sometimes the memes are important, chat. Sometimes the memes are important. Okay, last one on the forum today is from Stereo Coyote 756. Almost 76. Almost 67. I miss when 69 was the best number. And the question is, how do VTubers come up with their names? I'm not pulling a blank. I just breathe in very hard, and then I realized the hard breathing in and lifting my pointer finger like the meme doesn't work because I don't have hand tracking on this model. How do VTubers come up with the names? I wanted for me, every VTuber I was watching and everything I modeled Lulu off of when I started was corporate. We have corporate rules. We have corporate debuts here. We have corporate goals. We have corporate commentary on the stream mostly. I will swear and I will say unsay-so stuff when we're in the 18 plus category, as I said before. But usually everything runs on a corporal style. Not everyone does this. This is the reason why I have last name, first name, JP corporal style. Otherwise, I would just be Lulu, but Twitch doesn't want to give me twitch.tv/Lulu because it's one of their staff members. Please let me have the URL. In general, what's available on every single social media is the easiest. A lot of people use VTuber name and then VT at the end. We've seen it a couple times in the questions today, which is okay. It signals that you're a VTuber. The normie equivalent to this is TTV, Twitch TV, next to their name as like a gamer tag. You can do whatever the heck you want. If it's recognizable, that's good. If it's easy to Google for, that's even better. If you're doing this for profit. Because good SEO for your individual name makes it easier. For those that haven't seen this yet, I used to be top result for Lucien VTuber. I am no longer. There's now somebody with also the name Lucien who's in the search as well. But if you build a consistent, coherent branding, Lulu VTuber, top result is me. Purple Sheep VTuber, top result is me. Sheep VTuber, top result is me. That's normally how people choose their bio, their branding, and their name. If a thing isn't taken yet, which gets harder and harder every day because everyone's using something they've heard before. And sometimes people are using certain names to coattail on IRL events, IRL people, authors' names, and stuff like that. There are some VTubers that have like famous names as part of their names because it's easier to get a push from the algorithm if... I have a good example. I really like Pippa. If Pippa is also the nickname of one of the like royal people in the UK, if Pippa, the royal person in the UK is trending, Pippa VTuber accounts will also trend because of the affiliation with the name and the SEO score. So just know that these things are marketed in a specific way for a reason sometimes. I hope that answered your question. I know it is more confusing for indie VTubers to have first name, last name, first name, or a very complicated name, but it does make it easier to search if you know what you're looking for. And once you're in the spiral of algorithm of VTuber name and content, it is hard to escape if you have a very specific username. Lots of VTubers also use Japanese words in the name because it's cool and trendy, and because we're weebs. VTubing is a weeb hobby. We're here because we're weebs. We anime women on the internet and men. Anime women and men on the internet. That's the point. That's the point. It's weebs for weebs forever. That too. Hey. That's the point. That's literally the point. I'm one of those. Mokomochi! What a cute name! Heck yeah, I love Mochi. VTubing real. The V is actually abbreviated version of Weeb. Thank you for sending me your questions on the form. The form will open back up in a couple of months, and we'll do another one of these in like 8 or 9 months, chat. So if you have more questions, don't worry. You will have a chance to get them answered. Before we continue, I want to hop back over to home sweet home chat in case you guys had any questions while I also scroll these Twitter comments, some of which are barely English because it's Twitter. But I'll try my best. There's one from Taz. Let's go. Okay, Taz, thank you for sending me one. Do you have a set of rules when considering to work with a content creator? For example, must be a VTuber, can't have any controversies, must be male or female only, something like that. I actually don't discriminate for whether they're a VTuber or a streamer that streams IRL and VTubing. I have clients that are IRL streamers as well as VTubers, and clients that are only IRL streamers. I don't actually care that much about it. I think the main focus is on similar interests. So if they're wanting to work in like voice acting or with VTubers, I am a good choice. But otherwise, if you're coming to me and you're doing COD esports, I'm not the manager for you, unfortunately. I'm guessing this is about the management services, not for collabs and stuff like that. Can't have any controversies? Yes. I think a while ago I put out a list saying why people get denied. It's either because the form is filled in incorrectly, which I get a lot. I have a question in my form that's like, what is your preferred method of contact? And then it lists a bunch of the things. And you answer this one with the thing, or the thing and your username. And then later on, I'm asking you for the thing. And people fill in where I'm like, your Discord name here if you wish to be contacted on Discord. And they fill in the word Discord. My brother in Christ, I cannot reach you. If I cannot reach you, I cannot accept your application. Full stop. If I see any mistakes in these sections, that's usually the #1 reason people get denied. And I try to make the form as easy to understand as possible, but it still happens. So make sure either your DMs are open in the platform that you want to be contacted in, or check your email. If your contact method is email. My contact method used to be Twitter as #1. So if you had a Twitter account, you were first on my list to contact. But Twitter changed their DM system recently, and now nobody gets notifications anymore. So more than one contact place is the best. And then I don't discriminate for male, female, other clients at all. This doesn't matter. For marketing purposes, it does not matter. What your target audience is matters. What your content is matters. But it really doesn't. There's so much stereotyping as in... And I'm going to say something very controversial today. A lot of people are like, ooh, VTubing is a women's world. People will come up to me at conventions and be like, VTubing is a women's world, I can never do it. With that attitude, you don't. With that attitude, you'll never. How do you think women feel out there in the regular job world? Does that mean no woman ever works a job? Come on now. Get your sheep together. Oh, from my mod Goober! How to pick a VGen artist when all the sample art looks so similar. Ask them if they have more in their portfolio. You can always DM people on VGen. Know what you want as well. If you have any references or you want to ask, for example, do you guys draw male VTubers at all? You can go and DM them and be like, hey, this is a reference of my model. Can you do this? And then I can show you if they've done something similar. Can I get another question here in chat? Absolutely. Just drop it in the chat. I'm going through these for as long as we still have time for answering more. Well, I'm starting to get overwhelmed with editing long form and short form content to the point I haven't put out any long form in a while. Should I just focus on short form content? Have you considered making a compilation of all your short form content as an easy exit, whether it's verticals or not? Compilations are really popular and they'll give you a lot of watch time for monetization. Highly recommend if you don't have any other avenue for editors. If you don't enjoy it, don't do it. How does one start with becoming a VTuber manager? I've already answered this at the beginning technically, but just know that there's many avenues to get started. A lot of people start with giving free consultations on free services to build a portfolio, which really isn't bad. This community does need more managers. I've had so many experiences with bad managers overcharging me, and it's really hard to find even someone similar to what I do. Because this field is so varied and a lot of people use manager or PA, personal assistant, as a blanket term. So make sure you get a list of what they're doing when you're applying for someone. Not so. Recently I've been warming up a few more male VTubers. Heck yeah, exactly. I'm using GA on a card code to get information. What is a GA? Well, do explain to me what you're using there. I've seen... Seems to have reached a wall even though I am small. Can't seem to grow anymore anywhere, even with consistency. Any tips for Twitch? Moko, it really depends on where you want to go. You're meaning like average CCV and followage? That you wanted to improve and increase on? I would say try things that are slightly outside of what you're normally doing. Normally when I'm unsure if I want to play a game or go into a specific category, I will drop a subathon so I can test the game and see how chat reacts to it. This applies to pretty much any single platform. I recently started doing Reddit readouts because I wanted to do it for a while and I like listening to them. So sometimes it's literally just about trying one thing slightly outside of your box, see how it does, and then keeping going into the same direction. I hope that helps. What mistakes do people often make when designing their VTuber? Oh, this got handed in like last night. I'm gonna answer this one. A lot of people base their VTuber on popular VTuber designs and then get cheap for it. Hire somebody and bring them enough references and things that are yourself. We have a lot of models that have IRL outfits of mine or fantasy outfits that I would really enjoy. Our nun outfit was based on I really like the movie Sister Act. Have some element of yourself in there so it really feels like you. Not any VTuber that is marketable. Think about what you want, what you like, and what audience you want to attract. Not just copy paste of the same like silhouette or outline that people already know and like. If people already have a streamer that they like, it is unlikely they will go to a similar version of their streamer. What is the advice for someone who makes a schedule, commits to it, uploads VODs, but isn't really getting anywhere? Other content! Just streaming and just uploading plain VODs without any clips or any hook for them will not get you anywhere. Is your clip, your VOD, your meme normie marketable? Can you send this to generic anime enjoyer audience and they will get it and go ha and save it or share it? That's a good indicator that it's good content. It has to work outside of you and your friend circle. It has to work outside of VTuber circles to be very good and viral, and it has to work in a normie circle to go and make it potentially anywhere. They don't have to know who you are, what the game is, what your deal is, what your regular content is like. If a regular person can look at the video or the content and go, this is interesting and fun and I will share it, it will go very far. A lot of VTubers, and me included because I'm a manager, I'm mainly advertising to other VTubers. So a lot of my content is VTuber advice stuff to stay within the VTuber sphere. Every now and then I make a post that reaches normie spheres and you will see it make numbers on like Twitter or in a short because it's specifically targeted at people outside of that sphere. Does that make sense? MLG gaming montage. I really want to watch their content now. What's your best advice for someone who is new to Twitch and overwhelmed with the terminology? Is there videos you recommend? There are a couple of like Twitch review and Twitch update channels. What's his name? Zag Busey? Is that how you pronounce it? His name is almost spelled like redacted. I can't say it on stream. But he has a lot of like updates on more recent Twitch changes and stuff like that. And he has a very good YouTube channel too. Channels like that explain it from the ground up are really good. Even if there's a lot of stuff in there that you already know, like how to set up a stream or very specific stuff like how to put your quick actions into your OBS. Those are the most easiest to access apart from just the Twitch support page, which means a lot of reading. I'm a reader, not a tutorial watcher, and I always ask my clients, do you guys prefer video content to explain you something or a written down thing? And I think I've met one client in my, 100 and something people I've worked with that also prefers written down content. I just really hate skipping through a video tutorial and then I was too slow and I gotta tab back out and pause it. No, I want that cheap written down. You guys know me, I'm the same for game stuff too. I want my puzzle answers in a Word document. I don't want to watch a freaking video while I'm on stream trying to figure this out. No. I hate tutorial videos, I say, as the maker of tutorial videos. Oh, I run a card go into a data node. Wait, this is interesting. Hold up. To know where people are coming from and... God, chat, come on. And which buttons they click to see which platform is doing well and which needs adjustment. This is so smart, Tez. Holy shit. I've never considered this. I also don't know how to do that. That is excellent. Most platforms will tell you in their stats page. On Twitter it's paid, on YouTube and on Twitch it's free. Where people are coming from to your stream, what the percentage is, and how long they're staying. So you can keep an eye on it that way. The card, I guess, is okay, but as I said earlier, most people do not prefer to click a card link. Some will not click it at all. Me personally, if I see a card link in a profile, I'm like, ooh, unless I really want to go there right now because they're live, unlikely I will click through all of that. Unlikely. If you have a card or a page like that you redirect to usually because you're an artist or stuff like that, make sure it's easy to understand, not wordy. It sounds like a Grammarly ad. We're not sponsored by Grammarly. Make sure that it's easy to understand, easy to follow, and easy to get to where you want to be with the symbol and the text. Keep it plain, keep it minimalist. Don't overload it with stuff because people will click away. I think these were all of our... Oh, wait, I'm gonna pick one out of this like pool of questions that was asked by one person. What is the best way to handle low productivity periods due to health/life circumstances? Chat doesn't know this. I was in extended medical treatment from 2022 until last week. You have not seen a gap in my content. You have not seen a gap in my stream schedule. I do not recommend no gap in your stream schedule if you're very sick. And you can't handle it. You can cut down your hours if you want to. I would hand stuff off to other people if you can afford it. Get an editor, get stuff like that if you can. Because that way, it's off of your shoulders. If you just have to chase someone, hire a manager. I love chasing people for commissions. It's my number one thing. I love being the bad guy and guys in people's inbox and being like, where is commission? Give commission now. I'm scary manager. Client needs commission. It's one of my favorite things to do. Sometimes you need a manager in your life to be the bad guy to go and chase these things. Make sure you have a backlog always, even if you're completely healthy. Even if you're at 100% all the time, if you ever break like your arm or something happens in your life circumstances or you have to move, have a week at least of backlog at all times. You guys are sometimes wondering like why we do spooky react stuff for the YouTube channel and then they're not out for 2 or 3 weeks. It's not because the editing time takes that long. Aurora gets me those videos in a couple of days after recording them. It's because I'm waiting and I have them in backlog in case something happens. Wi-Fi outage, storm, internet bullshit, computer breaking, all of these. They're in a queue and they're in a queue for a reason. Same goes for shorts. Sometimes you can re-upload shorts and stuff like that after a few months have passed. Some platforms don't even keep track of these past shorts, so they can't say, you know, this is a repost. If your audience can't tell because the video is a year old, repost that stupid short if you're sick. It's not that important. That being said, most audiences are very understanding if you do need a break. If you're unhealthy and you can't do certain things, most people will, same as you are on your stream and in your content, be kind to you and understand. This is true for the lamb chops too, chat. You guys frequently have to deal with me going, freaking Wi-Fi died. Freaking Wi-Fi is gone again. I'm sorry, chat. Back tomorrow. Happens all the freaking time. Or 2 weeks ago where we had all of those stupid disconnects. Stuff like that happens. Don't let it get to you. It doesn't mean you're a bad streamer or that your content isn't right or what you're doing isn't good. Sometimes life just happens. It's how you deal with it that makes the difference. I prefer written down stuff unless the visuals included suck. Cooper gets it. Cooper gets it. If all of my tutorials could look like 90s internet, like 90s websites, I'm in. Give me a little counter to see how many people were in there. Give me a little counter on my website to see how many people visited it. I want to know. Oh, there we go. From Mocha! Welcome in! Welcome. Let's go. Advice on shorts. What if you post once a day and we're doing well and seeing numbers grow on every platform, but now plateauing and now having a harder time bringing people in? Number 1, shuffle your content. If you have shorts in a backlog, especially if you're uploading every single day, I'm guessing you have like 5 or 7 or 10 shorts at a time from an editor or editing yourself. Shuffle them so you have different content being put out on different platforms. So there's a reason for people to go from like your TikTok to your Instagram to your YouTube account to go and watch every single one because they don't know if every single one of these shorts will be uploaded to all of your platforms. This way, you have good audience engagement and interaction between the different platforms, and if one of them ever shadow bans you or bans you, you have a chance to still reach them for your going live stuff or for other content and still bring them back to stream. So that way you don't just disappear. How does one deal with the Twitch lurk viewers not counting? I've been running a test on this for a while. I don't know if I should say this on Twitch on my own channel. And I've seen every single client I've pitched it to have good success with it. So I don't know if I can give this out for free because Twitch might collect my cojones for this one. But there are ways around it. There are definitely ways around it. And that being said, don't let it get you down. Why are numbers important to you? If there is no sponsor that requires you to have X amount of numbers, it really doesn't matter. I used to be so stressed about the stream dropping to a certain number or any other of these things. I do have sponsors that are like, yeah, I need X amount of posts and X amount of eyes on a post, but none of them are demanding me to have average amount of X viewers for my stream for a certain amount of time. It doesn't matter. Most sponsors don't even care about if you have partner or not, because the requirements for partner are now so relaxed compared to what they used to be. They won't care. Most of them won't give a sheep. She never chases me. I bought these running shoes for nothing. Alright, I'm sold paying for Yellow Manager Service Phoenix. I only do monthly, unfortunately. But you're welcome in the form. Form is over on Twitter if you guys want to apply to it. I love Y2K aesthetic for web design. Me too, and I think we should bring it back. Maybe I should use a custom domain and website instead. It can be useful. If you want a direct to your main platform is so much cheaper and so much easier. That makes sense. Not to be discouraged about the numbers thing. I know it hurts and I know how hard it is. If you guys ever want to see my statistics, all of them are public. Everyone's where are they? Twitch tracker. Everyone's Twitch statistics, while sometimes inaccurate, are public on this website. You can put every single VTuber, every single streamer name in here, see all of the games they've played, see all of the stats they've pulled, see all of the raids they've gotten, see every single progress in their timeline. TwitchTracker.com. Not sponsored, but a very good tool if you're manager scouting for clients, or if you just want to see other statistics than the standard Twitch ones. If you don't understand the discovery page, this one's very good to look at. It also gives you a top percentage of Twitch, which even at like 5 average, 10 average, you're in a very high top percentage. Stop feeling bad about your numbers. I was really stuck in... Where was it? I was stuck in the 30 jail for a while. I was stuck in 70 to 80 jail for a while. And then I think I finally got... It's like 100 average something regularly this year. 2026. Don't feel bad about it. You can make a full-time living out of being a streamer without having 1,000 average viewers. 1,000 average viewers does not equal 1,000 average subs every month. It's partially fault of the browser. I think some people think it's ad block. Some people think it's actually lurking. Some people think it's bot accounts. I can't comment on this because I don't work for Twitch, unfortunately. Okay, chat. Last chance for your questions before we close up the podcast for today. I had so much fun answering these. Sorry if it got very, very, very technical for a while. I'd like to give 100% answers to the questions that I did receive. And if you guys want more in-detail stuff, if you want someone to have a look at your statistics, if you just want some help with your overall social, see where you could be doing stuff better, how to get out of your shadow ban, how to get out of your what is it called, a drought? Is that what you call it in English? When you come back from a longer break, or how to hype up your debut. I'm here. My applications are open at the moment. I try to open them every month to every other month. And my consultations, which is like a 1 hour one-on-one, either call or text, is the cheapest option, and they are always open. The priority is always given to monthly clients, but I do have consultations open every single month. Hey. Okay, chat. If there are no further questions, we'll close it off here. I highly appreciate you guys for listening to me today. For those of you listening on Spotify or YouTube, please know that I'm streaming at the moment every single day. Every single day, 2 p.m. GMT, 9 a.m. Eastern Time for the Burgerlanders in the East Coast. And usually Wednesday to Sunday over here on Twitch. I do have a main YouTube channel where I upload every single Tuesday and shorts every single day. And if you guys want to listen to my music, if you type my same name into Spotify, Kuromiya Lucien, you'll go and find all of my original music. Thank you to our sponsors, Gamer Subs. Use code HOLYSHEEP to get 10% off your Gamer Subs. And Turtle Beach, use code Kuromiya to get 10% off your Turtle Beach peripherals today. Thank you so much, sponsors, for having me. Thank you, chat, for letting me interrupt the Sheepathon with this. And thank you so much for listening to the Sheepium podcast. I will be back with another podcast episode in 1 month with a very, very special guest. My dad. Dun dun dun. That's right. Major Weeb is returning to the podcast, answering your questions. If you're watching the stream, go drop your questions for my dad into the stream, into our form, so he can go and answer them. Same format as today, where he will be reading your questions and answering them live on stream, and then turning it into a podcast right after. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Are you guys ready to return to the regular stream? Heck yeah, let's go. And thank you guys so much for listening. I will see you in the next one. Blah, blah, blah.